This is the physics of fishing. With casting, when you cast, the fishing line contains a parabolic curve. The parabolic curve of the line determines where the fishing line will drop. The parabolic curve isn't perfect because of two things: air resistance, which sways the line and slows the line down, and drag. When the line comes off the reel, it has some drag, slowing the speed of the line. Casting also involves projectile motion along with rotational motion. Simply casting the fishing line is projectile motion because the line is being projected to another spot. Rotational motion is involved in fishing because of the reel. The reel spins, casting in the reel spins, reeling in the line. Besides reeling, when the line is casted, the lure spins in the air until it reaches the water, more rotational motion. When a fish is on the line, tension is present. Weight is on the hook, pulling the string, bending the pole, creating tension. If there is too much tension, the fishing line will snap and the pole could break. The line has the most tension where the hook is knotted. Adding a swivel will allow the line to rotate, decreasing the amount of tension. The reel gives off torque on the fish. The reel's most important function is to give off a heavy frictional force on the spool of the line. When a fish changes direction and takes line off with the spool, the fish has to overcome static frictional force. After static frictional force, the fish then has to deal with kinetic friction that is applied on the spool by the reel as the fish continues to swim away. When a fisherman turns the hand of the fishing reel, angular momentum is present. The hand is like a crank that transfers rotational energy to the spool. Drag is also applied to the fishing reel. The drag is set to how much force the fisherman wants to be able to exert on the fish before the reel starts to spin. The fishing rod has the ability to produce a torque on the fish. This can change the fish's direction and make it possible to start reeling in the line. There is frictional force exerted on the line by whenever you guide the rod. And the fisherman, his wrist acts as a point of rotation, which makes it possible to exert a torque on the fish when the time comes to set the hook. When the fish is caught, it experiences pressure change. When the fish is in the water, it experiences a large amount of pressure because of all the water and the ground on the floor. For every 10 meters the fish is brought up from the bottom, the pressure changes 1 atmosphere. And that is the physics of fishing.